knows there's such a thing as being too alert.
Something. Just then.
Nah, nothing. If it were something, I'd know it. Whoa! Okay. Oh.
The lead from the abysmal gale has brought me here, to the captain's seaside mansion. Well, former captain. Moira and most of his crew didn't survive their final voyage, but luckily for me, the ship's manifest did. It talked about a golden slab, which sounds like the Compendium of Reproach the keepers have been looking for. The log said Captain Moira brought it home for safekeeping. I doubt he knew what he had, probably just wanted it for the gold. My stolen rowboat got me here in one piece. Now I just have to find and steal the compendium. There's no way to know how many of the captain's loyal men are guarding the place, but the household will probably be in an uproar over the captain's death. With luck, no one will notice me sneaking around. The widow Moira might know where her late husband kept his treasures. Maybe I'll start by paying her a little visit.
Up in the uniforms. Pants feel too tight. Boots are loose. I'm gonna have blisters for sure.
It's your turn already.
I know. Let me just think.
I'm waiting.
Don't rush me. I'm about to go.
Listen, it's not that hard. Look, you're showing pelicans and mackerels, right? Just play them in order, and you'll have at least 2. Oh, Burricks.
What? What's wrong?
You just won. I just won for you.
Ha ha! Pay up, Mortimer! What did I win?
Bloody hell! I see you. You've made
Hold
your
on!
last
I'm
mistake.
almost there! Feel funny.
almost done with the upper floor. If you were the widow Moira, where would you keep your late husband's telescope?
We won't get anything out of the widow, my precious. I've just had a peek at her. She's up on the roof raving, and she didn't know me from a field mouse.
I didn't mean...
I know, darling. The question is more probably, where did the late Captain Moira put it? He wouldn't leave the Nereid telescope just lying around.
Bryce, we're doing the right thing, aren't we? I mean, its beauty is wasted on the widow Moira. She doesn't appreciate the finer things.
Well, it's right for us, sweet miss, but as an officer of the City Watch, I must confess it's probably not doing right by the widow.
Scoundrel of the City Watch, you mean?
Looks like the widow Moira has more than just me to worry about tonight.
I say, what...
Someone's left the door open. Is someone back there? My nerves are entirely overworked these days. So dirty.
Just...
Was that? Oh!
Dead as a doornail. But how? Aha! Whatever.
I'm bloody dangerous, I am. Let 'em come, that's what I say. Huh?
What are you up to?
I was going to bring some wine to Widow Moira up on the roof.
I thought I left clear instructions that the widow shall get no wine. She's in a terrible state. She wouldn't know the difference between you and a murderer serving up a glass of poison.
But
Wine is the last thing she needs. What if she swoons and falls to her death? Do you want that on your conscience?
when I set down her dessert tray, she saw me and made me swear I'd bring her a glass.
Did she? Then go to cook this instant and tell him to hide the bottles, lest some other half-wit servant gets the idea to disobey my orders.
Yes, Mistress Mastiff.
Well, be off with you then.
Yes, Mistress Mastiff.
What you mean, Ginny?
The widow up there on the cupola every night, pacing about in the cold, talking utter nonsense. And her house guests. I've a mind to put them all out for what they're worth.
Aye, they're a troublesome bunch.
I found 2 of them upstairs in the sitting room. Don't know what they were doing, but there sure was a guilty look about them. I'll tell you that.
Interesting. Maybe I should mention that to the foreman.
Indeed you should. Indeed you should.
This is your Robert speaking, and I have some important things to say to you. First off, send anyone away who might be attending you. Yes, I have left some things for you, safe in a secret room. The coin I have saved over the years, and an odd item I discovered recently. If I don't return from this next voyage, go to my study, where I have hidden a small switch. The switch will temporarily open a secret door in the North Gallery. Make good use of what you find there, and always remember that I am your devoted husband, Robert.
A secret room, eh? Always my favorite room in a house.
Was that a no?
Fine gathering, eh, dear?
Quite.
Yes.
Eh?
Did you see that? I repeat that. When you see something out of the corner of your eyes, shut these lights off.
Too much wool gathering.
It's very hard to concentrate with that.
Ginny, come quick. I heard a sound, like a voice, carried on the wind. It was Rob. Bryant tells me you've left a message for me on the Victrola. Really, Robert, can't you just tell me yourself? That silly Victrola annoys me. Why must we have that ugly mechanist thing crouching in our bedroom? If your message is really so important, then you'll tell me yourself. At dinner. Yes, dinner. I'll have cook prepare all your favorites. You must be a friend of Robert's, perchance? One really ought to recognize one's own guess, but the fog has been so thick lately. Could you somehow find it in your heart to fetch me a glass of wine? The servants have forgotten.
Wine, huh?
Believe it, Robert.
Chilly night.
The servants have had the
I could go for something warming myself.
more than I can handle.
Quickly!
There you win.
Thought I heard something.
It was Robert, I'm sure of it. Don't tell me it was a trick of the wind. I know the difference. No, thank you. Now perhaps I can settle my poor nerves. So kind of you to fetch it, so that I could stay and watch for my dear Robert. I know I've not thanked you properly, and a poor woman's gratitude is not worth much these days, is it? I can hardly trust my other house guests. They think I don't hear them sneaking about, but I do. When my Robert returns, he'll deal with them. Anyone who has stolen from me. He'll always look out for me, one way or another. My Robert, my sailor. The sailor from the shanty town, he sails upon the sea. His boat is black, his skin is white.
It's got to be the Compendium. I've stolen the Compendium, but I can't read it any more than Captain Moira could. I'll have to bring it back to the Keepers. Besides, I want to see the look on their faces when I hand it over. They've been searching for years, and I found it in one night.